It's kind of like Survivor, and I'm going to be the last person in the room.
I just wanted, you guys have really cool t-shirts, obviously. You just look around the room and you see a bunch of t-shirts in here. And obviously, the original intent of the t-shirts was to raise money for Renee. And just with, obviously, it's been really successful, and I'm sure you raised enough money to pay for Renee's help. Now, where does, and it's continued to go, and you guys have been very successful as a non-profit organization. Just practically now, with just looking around, you see so many T-shirts, and it's just a very popular thing. I just assume that you guys are, I don't want to say raking it in, but I assume you guys are raising a lot of money. What are the practical things you guys are doing with this money?
Yeah, I think the heart of what we do, to me, like the best of what we do, in my opinion, is that we have a team of people that respond to these messages. You know, we hear from people asking for help, sharing their story, talking about things for the first time, and we get the privilege of responding to those messages, thousands and thousands of messages. So we have a team, you know, we have a staff. Some of them have families, some of them have needs, rent, cell phones, computers. We have an office in Florida. We have a house full of interns. We have people that come. There's about 15 over the summer, and it's about 10 or 12 right now that come from all over the country to basically be a part of the work that we're doing. You know, so we invest in that, in the house that they live in the needs that they have, and I think we really believe in that. We give away 25% of the money that comes in. That money goes back out to treatment, and we do that through a few different channels. We really wanted this to be something that was bigger than Central Florida. You know, so if we're hearing from people all over the world, we want to try to invest in solutions that are relevant around the world. So we invest in things happening in the U.S., we invest in things happening in Australia and the U.K., and hopefully it'll go beyond that as well. And obviously the nature of the internet is there's solutions that are happening on the internet that exist, you know, to help. We invest in a lot of events, tours, different things that we get to be a part of. Sometimes it's just something that we piggyback on, you know, like maybe it's a night like tonight and there's expenses associated with it, or maybe it's a tour that we create. Like we're about to do a 2-week tour where 4 people from our team will be in a van and staying in hotels and speaking at coffee shops, and we're going to have a counselor with us, and those are probably going to be free, and so all the expenses will be ours. And that's us saying that I think part of it is, in some people's mind, the only thing that's good, the only acceptable answer to your question is the money that we give away. But we really don't believe that. We don't feel that way. We feel like the idea of if these are things that people live with but don't talk about, that if we can do things and create things and be a part of things where people are talking about that, and beyond that, that hope and help are introduced, like we feel like that's really our heart. And so we try to invest in those projects. Sometimes it's an ad in a magazine, you know, where 100,000 people are going to see whatever we put in there. Other times it's going to a college. You know, we were a part of events in Australia. We've been a part of events in the United Kingdom. And then some of it's just trying to put money aside for the future. Like we really want to launch an element of live help where people can connect with counselors in real time through our website or through a partner site. And so I think hopefully that introduces some of it. You know? And it's kind of a whole complicated tangent, but we're probably about a week to 2 weeks away from posting what's just a very specific answer to that, to just, hey, how do you guys spend your money? And some of it's because we're officially still waiting. The nonprofit process is really long. They give you like a 2-year window. And so all of our stuff has been submitted, and we're still waiting. We're incorporated as a nonprofit, but our application is pending. We're still waiting to hear from the government, hey, everything's good, you're good to go. And it's retroactive, which means that when you hear that, if it's a year from now, it goes all the way back to the beginning. And we think it'll be fine, but there's certain things we can't do and say until we hear from them. So hopefully that helps.
First, I just really appreciate what you guys do, and it's great that just because it relates to so many people, you know, everybody struggles with this kind of thing at one point or another. You kind of already answered this. I thought it was really cool what you said about the live help thing. But just what are some of the other goals and like what you envision for the future of the organization? So.
Yeah, I think just we're unique, like in that we've gotten a lot of attention really quickly, and we have our hands in a lot of different things. And so some of it's just been trying to play catch up, you know. At first it was literally me at a computer responding to MySpace messages, and now there's close to 20 people, you know, maybe more than half of those are volunteers. But it's been exciting to see internally become a team. And but I think we have our hands in a lot of different things at once. So we have our hands in the internet, and then we have things like tonight and concerts and music and things that we get to be a part of in that realm. Some of it's tours that already are happening that we get to go and have a presence. And then other things are things that we get to create, that we want to create. Or maybe it's a tour with a band and a counselor and maybe someone painting side stage. So just kind of continuing to do things in a way that's creative, you know, and poetic and bold, and just trying to do things that, I don't know, just feeling like we don't have to look and feel like everything else that's out there, you know. And so really trying to exercise a lot of freedom in doing that. And then I think too, just feeling like the idea that a t-shirt doesn't have to be shallow, you know, but that we actually want to keep making t-shirts that are cool, that could actually mean something, like that there could be words that move people and that start conversations, that's not something that we have to kind of hide or shrug away from, but to say like, no, it's cool to show up and see people wearing these shirts because hopefully it's more than a trend, but hopefully there's conversations that are represented by these t-shirts, you know. So I think there's just funny things that happen where we couldn't have planned it. We got an email from basically from the U.S. government a couple days ago saying they want to put people from like 10 different organizations, only 2 of which are based in America. They want to put us in a room and just kind of learn from us because it seems like what we're doing is sort of working. And the State Department said they want to hear from us like what works and why and how they can learn from it. And that it's like, who would have thought kind of thing, you know? And NBC Night in the News said, hey, can we come hang out with you guys for 2 days and put you on the news? And it's like, okay, that wasn't in the plan, you know? So I don't know, I think just trying to keep walking in all the directions we are, and then just trying to continue to be willing to dream and be open to what comes, you know? Just saying, these are like the diehards, these are the people that are committed, that are not going home to watch Letterman. Although they still have plenty of time.